Well, we have made it to the weekend, friends, and a lot of us are making some weekend plans, but it sounds like it is going to be another toasty weekend as we kick off this Friday. So let's head on over to meteorologist Thomas Patrick in the Weather Center. And Thomas, not only is it going to be warm, but you're also tracking some other conditions as well, including it looks like a little bit of a storm over Coeur d'Alene there.
Yeah, it's an isolated storm, and while this is the Coeur d'Alene view, anemometer in the foreground, the storm you see way in the distance, that's in Lind, Washington. You can see it several dozens of miles away, so you might be seeing those clouds towering up in the sky. I actually tweeted out the picture of this storm from about 10 minutes ago when it was basically right here, and it's already starting to drift off, in this case drifting northward and towards the right side of that screen. It's our best view of the storm from anywhere on the ground, from any of the cameras that we've seen. Let's take it to Doppler radar and show you that storm where we've had at least a couple lightning strikes within the past 15 minutes here. And if we zoom in even farther, that first, the bottom one, is literally covering up the nameplate of Lind, Washington. The other one is very close to the Ritzville area. So if you're hearing some rumbles of thunder, just don't be surprised. There's a couple of these storm cells that did develop and first started to develop at around 5:10 this morning. Also noticed this, a little bit of moisture convergence, a couple more cells now developing near Sprague and up towards getting closer to Highway 2 as well. So we might be able to see some of these clouds starting to tower just off to our own west and southwest from the Spokane area. So we'll keep a very sharp eye on that through the course of this morning. But other than that, the remainder of the area is dry and it is very sunny out there and will definitely be very warm this afternoon with temperatures topping out in the low 90s.
Well, breaking overnight, Spokane police found a body at Fish Lake Trailhead. This is near the I-90 interchange at Highway 195. Police say someone at the park came across the man's body and called 911. KREM 2's Malia Kamal live there right now. She's been gathering new details for us. Malia, get us up to speed on the very latest.
Yes, Tim. Now, the scene is clear, but this is still an active investigation. And so here's what we know. According to Spokane police, someone in the park reported finding a man's body. They called 911 and Spokane police responded. The body was found near the Fish Lake Trailhead, which is located right off of I-90 near Highway 195. Now, this is a popular spot for bicyclist transit, and there's a train. Trains actually come through this area, so it's a very busy place. Now, at the time, it's unclear the cause of death. Detectives and forensic teams were at the scene trying to determine if this individual passed away due to natural causes or if it was a homicide. Now, stick with KREM.com for the updated details. Of course, we will give them to you as we learn them. In Spokane, Malia Kamal, KREM 2 News.
If you have a student in Spokane Public Schools, there's a deadline quickly approaching that you need to be aware of. Registration for riding the school bus ends today. SPS is asking parents to complete registration today to learn about bus service needs. This comes as the nation deals with a bus driver shortage. The Spokane Public School District reevaluated transportation services for the upcoming school year. Some of their recommendations included reducing the number of bus stops and decreasing how many students ride the bus. The registration form is open now on SPS's website. Happening today, restrictions on campfires go into effect. The Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife says that burning a campfire on their land is restricted. This is to reduce fire risk. Campfires, shooting off a gun, smoking, and driving on back roads all fall under that restriction list. To be clear, this is for fish and wildlife land, not state parks. You can find a full breakdown of the restrictions on KREM.com. A Spokane neighborhood is frustrated after delays with their mail delivery. People who live in the Muir Field development in South Spokane say mail delivery has been sporadic over the past few months. Some report not getting any mail for about a week. Neighbors spoke with the post office about the issue. They reportedly told them it was because of a lack of staffing.
They said they were going to have packages delivered by a different person and they were focusing on packages, and they could not tell us when we would get regular mail delivery.
USPS says they are trying to hire more positions. It's time now for your morning rush. More news in less time. The North Idaho College Board of Trustees officially finalized Dr. Nick Swain's contract to become the college's 11th president. The motion passed 3-2. Trustees Todd Banducci and Greg McKenzie heavily criticized the process. Banducci accused the college of paying too much money. However, NIC's attorney says the 3-year contract has been standard at the college for more than 20 years. Health insurance costs for Kootenai County employees will not increase next year, as reported by our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press. County commissioners approved a recommendation to make no change to employee contributions for benefits in 2023. This is projected to increase costs for the county by $600,000. Governor Jay Inslee declared next week to be Paddle Safe Week. In the last 5 years, 55% of boating deaths in Washington state involve paddlers. The campaign will take kids out on the water this summer to learn how to paddle safely. Well, check this out. The WSU Veterinary School is taking care of a pretty cute but feisty patient. Check this out. This 1-month-old baby bobcat was brought to the vets at WSU. She was found near Orofino alongside the road. The bobcat kitten is now on her way to a long-term care rehabilitation facility where she'll get ready to be returned back to the wild. And that's a look at your morning rush.